Good evening to you. People are gathering in Carterton tonight to pay their respects to the first fallen soldier to be repatriated there since Wootton Bassett handed over the mantle. With RAF Lyneham in Wiltshire closing, the bodies of our soldiers are now being brought into RAF Brize Norton in Oxfordshire. Sergeant Barry Weston from Reading has been taken from the airport to a memorial garden near the village of Carterton. The cortège will then pass just south of Witney, where David Cameron is MP, before arriving at the John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford. Well, with the repatriations returning to Oxfordshire, there was a question mark over whether people would turn out in the same numbers as they did in Wiltshire. Well, our correspondent Andrew Pate is in Carterton for us live now. And Andrew, it was a good turnout, wasn't it?
It was an amazing response from people. People came from across the United Kingdom, and it was people from all walks of life, veterans, bikers, pensioners, families with young children, all united in their support. Sergeant Barry Weston was given a fitting repatriation as Brize Norton Airfield and then Carterton came to a standstill. He'd been killed by an improvised explosive device leading his patrol in the Helmand province, with friends of his telling us that was always his way, leading his team from the front, never asking them to do anything he wouldn't do himself first. And today, this part of Oxfordshire has played its role in thanking him. He gave his life fighting for his Queen and country. Today, the people of Carterton pay their respects. Sergeant Barry Weston was just 40 years old. He leaves behind a wife and 3 young daughters after he was killed while leading a patrol in Afghanistan. At the rugby club he represented in Reading, his former coach told us what a brave, honourable man he was.
Barry was always very self-contained. He wasn't at all a bullying type of rugby player. Self-confident, positive young man, and everybody who knew him just thought he was a great guy.
This is the first repatriation through Brize Norton for 4 years, taking over again from Wootton Bassett, with the market town of Carterton now welcoming home our fallen heroes.
We will take on that role, hopefully, to look after the family, and I'm sure that we will play as much of an important role as Wootton Bassett have done over the last 4 years.
I come from Dorchester, and I come because I think it's my duty as a British Legion and an ex-serviceman to show you respect.
345 coffins passed through Wootton Bassett as it became the focal point of the country's support of our troops. So Brize Norton once again takes up the honour, as it used to before RAF Lyneham took over for 4 tragic but proud years.
It's a very sad thing, but what we are proud to be able to do, not just as Carterton but as the whole community, is to provide this facility to enable the public at large to come and pay their compliments and respects to the fallen, to say thank you.
Repatriation for a proud man from a proud and supportive town. It's estimated around 2,000 people came here today. When the cortège came through just a few moments ago, it stopped here at the Memorial Garden in front of the Union flag, which has been handed over from Wootton Bassett. There was silence all along here from those hundreds of people. Roses were put on top of the cortège, and as it passed on, there was then a spontaneous round of applause. The car is now moving on, its journey ending at the John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford. And here, this part of Oxfordshire has played its part in marking the return of a fallen hero.
Very, very sad. Andrew Pate, thank you very much indeed. Kerry.